no idea why it keeps doing that. Okay. Far so good. Okay. There's the toilet. Not fully installed, but the piping is rough or dry thicker. A lovely little floor. And baseboards. I'm in the process of installing. That door handle's going too, because it's all old and broken. So, that coupling, that cuff you see at the bottom right there, that comes with the Sunmore NE. This is non-electric composting toilet, as does the white pipe and that coupling in the middle. And there's more pipe, but we didn't need it. The black pipe we bought to make it fit through the old vent, because this used to actually be an outhouse with a hole in the floor. Okay? According to the Sunmore instructions, you should try to make a very straight vent, otherwise you're going to get condensation or odor. But they do say it's okay to make two 45-degree angle fittings. And that's what you see there. Two 45-degree angle fittings. So this is going to be okay. And the vent that I showed earlier, this is on a video that where the camera crapped out, is on the roof, and that's installed and glued in place. So we need to do baseboards, and I need to put some more paint and then fit all this. And my husband is on the tractor digging the gray water pit. You do need a gray water pit for this, as you do with another toilet called the separate. Not sure if that's the pronunciation, but separate. I think it's Swedish, but it's not a composting toilet. It just isn't. Neither is the Nature's Head. Sorry. But with the separate and with this one, any urine overflow with this is redirected out of a pipe at the back, which you can't see. I don't think it's down there. You can't see it. This is the pipe that goes into it, though. This flexible pipe that you see. This goes into the overflow valve at the back. Put a hole through there in the wall, and obviously seal it, because you're going to get mice if you don't. And then this hose goes into the gray water pit, which is being dug with our lovely little Kubota tractor right now. There's the stool that goes on the front. I'm going to show how this works later, because I've already done that badly. One. What else? Let's see. Well, let's go see what the gray water pit looks like. We're going to put a vanity over here. It's going to have a sink. Hopefully we're going to have water pumped from the lake. There's the lake. Into the sink, and the drain is going to go out through another hole in the back. You don't share venting holes or the urine redirection hose hole with any other sink. It's just better if they have their own separate thing. So probably be two holes back here. One will be for the sink and one will be for the toilet. Better lighting here actually than the last time I filmed this. You see the inner bowl there. Regular, normal toilet seat. That's dirt, by the way. This hasn't been used. There's the inner bowl, which comes out. that is the drum. I'm going to try my luck here. The camera doesn't quit on me again. I'm just pulling this out. You can see that. Try that. Okay, grab hold of that. Hold that. And crank. And I can't because the pipe's in there. Hang on. Like I said, try my luck. There we go. Okay, sorry. Hold out. It's easy to crank. The crank's right at the front. It's almost at waist height. It's easy to turn. You can turn it with one hand. You don't have to kneel on the floor to get at it. And how many revolutions was that? There's the hole in the top. That always has to be at the top, obviously. I don't know if you can see it with this lighting, but there's a drain. See a metal grid right there at the back. And that's where the fluid drips out. Excess fluid drips out. Because you do urinate in this. You go number 1 and number 2 in this. And put in toilet paper and everything. You don't have to pee in a separate jug or have it funneled away. Let's see, what else? So yeah, so how many revolutions to go around once? 1, 2, 3, 4, listen. 5, 6. That's that trap door closing. So that what was in, when you saw that open hole, isn't going to accidentally get dumped into the composting drawer. Looks like about 7. And that's it opening again. Let me see if I can. The lighting is way better than it was up at the shed. There. That's the trap door right there. This is the composting door. And that is where you dump some of the contents of this when it gets full enough into this by simply cranking this backwards. Which, in order to do that, you pull out on this tab and you crank it backwards. I don't know if it's going to work or not, because you usually need 2 people. No, as you can see, you can't accidentally crank it backwards. You don't want to crank it backwards accidentally, because then you'll always be dumping stuff in the composting drawer, and you don't want that to happen. So, you need 3 hands. Hang on. If I can pull this out by hand. Okay, there we go. You see the handle drop. So what you do when you want to put stuff in the composting drawer is you crank it backwards. And then what happens is, sorry. Now, you heard that open, and that would now be dropping stuff into the composting drawer. Cranking it. And there it is again. Whoops. Damn it. And again, once it makes 1 complete revolution, crank it again. And now it's open at the top and ready for using again. So, closing the door. And then I'll crank it the right way around, just to be sure. There we go. I'm never sure when the right stuff is the right one. That just fits in a little slot. Okay, so there's the drain, if you can see it. Okay, now I can't make it out. It's at the back, it's that gray thing. And there's also air vents in this for aeration. And there's an evaporation tray in the bottom. That's where the liquid goes, down in there. And if there's too much of it, it gets too high, it's channeled outside into the gray water pit with this. Also, by the way, this is the coolest thing. You can't see it, but this handle, here's the shaft. See this? See this? There's a metal piece right there. And that shaft that you see there, that metal, is directly connected to the back of the barrel gear. And I can feel the gear right there. And it's really big gear. So it turns, let me try that again. How big is that gear? Gosh, that's a good 3 or 4 inches across. So there's no belt, or rubber belt, or any kind of rubber attachment at the back like you might see on an old dryer. It can break. This is directly attached to the drum at the back. And because the gear is big, it doesn't take a lot of revolutions to get it to go around in one time. Like that. You put the sugaring that I've shown before in here. There are instructions, obviously. You dampen it according to the instructions, and then this thing's just ready to go. What I really came here for was to show the gray water pit, so I'm going to do that. And hope the camera doesn't quit on me again. I like this floor. I really do. Okay. Try our luck. Let's not get it off the floor. Stubborn. Like me. Show us the Lord. That's what you're doing. Why don't you show us what you're doing? Look at the pit. There's the pit. Jumped in there. I know. I'm going to say this. And we slide it. What else do you have to do? What else do you have to do?
I'm just trying to square up the hole and...
That's 3 feet deep. There's no way. That'd be up to my waist if I jumped in there.
Yeah.
Probably about 5 feet across though.
Yeah.
Yeah. How deep does it have to be?
I thought it said 2 feet.
2 feet? I think it's 2 to 3.
It'll never be 2 feet.
Listen. That dog is at it again. Okay, so the hole will be coming through there, right? Somewhere. And then that pipe that I showed earlier will be put in here and backfilled with, I'm guessing, gravel? Or just sand and gravel? Or
Gravel.
gravel? Because there's plenty, I don't know if you can tell, but that's very sandy soil.
Yeah.
to begin with. And will there be a separate hole for the vanity? I think there should be.
Separate hole out the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Maybe
guess.
a separate hole for the water, separate hole for the sink drain, and a separate hole for the toilet drain.
Right, but as far as the gray water pit, there'll just be two, and both hoses. Do we have a hose for that? What are you going to use for the
ABS pipe?
ABS pipe? Okay. So we'd be using ABS pipe for the vanity and that flexible hose I showed for the Sunmark composting toilet. How's that tree making out? Is it getting a beating?
No, I haven't hit it too much.
Okay, cool.
What can I do?
You want to show off your Kubota?
Not really, no.
Oh, it's so bastard. Okay. Anyway, so you can do more digging before. Don't turn that back on.
Yeah, well, I gotta turn it on to dig.
To what?
It won't work unless
You said you weren't going to show me working it.
Uh-huh.
I asked you if you wanted to show it working. You said not really.
If you want to. You
No,
go
no,
right
it's
ahead.
cool. What were you going to do? More digging or just
Gonna
more of the
clean
same?
up the
'Cause
hole. I think it's deep enough. I just clean up the edges.
yeah, okay, well, I don't need to see that. That's cool. This is 16 minutes long. I had some good lighting in there, so I refilmed the toilet itself. You actually see the drain in there.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I thought I'd come out and see this. But this is our little Kubota, which I don't know what the hell we would do without, to be honest. Right?
Well, you'd have to dig the hole by hand.
Good luck with that. You're going to see me or you doing that in this lifetime. What is that thing on the front called?
A loader?
A loader, okay. And that's the digger.
A hoe, actually.
The what?
It's a hoe.
That's a hoe. That's a hoe. Slap that blinking blank hoe. Yeah, this is going to be a good ad for a Kubota tractor. This is an awesome little beastie. I've never driven it yet, but it's way cool. Use it for moving gravel, moving trees around because they're really super heavy, and digging holes. All right, that's about it. What else you want me to...
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we saw some loons out on the lake earlier, but I couldn't get them because they were too far away. And yesterday a squirrel ran up and perched itself on a log and just sat there looking at us while it ate. It was funny. The kid, like, it's just like, not scared at all. And that howling you hear in the background, that's some neighbor's dog. There's still one person up at the lake across there. Anything else? Is that it? Okay, that's it. And say goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'll let you get back to work.